can't help it that I'm custom made. I can't help it that I look good, smell good, can dance all night long. I can't help it. Hey, I got a few books I'm going to show you. Hey, this is my comics closet. I'm Lynn. Thanks for checking me out here. I'd appreciate you if you give me a like, comment, share, and subscribe before we even get going here. You know, I got cool stuff, custom made. And I'm going to show all the books I think I picked up like the last 6 weeks from New Comic Book Day. I haven't shown any of them. I've been really busy. So I've got them all lined up here. Actually, I'm going to show like everything, like by title, because I sorted them out, I bagged them up, except for the one, this last week. I still have those sitting there. So I'll show those at the end. But I've got this whole little, like I call it my clear comic box of books that I got from Comics Corner, my LCS. So I'm going to show all those in a few minutes. I also was going to show, well, there's a few shows still coming up here. Let's see, what do we have here first? Oh, I got this. Oh, this is later. Well, I went last Sunday to the Knights Hall show, so I'm going to do another video here in a little bit and show what I picked up there, because it pertains to some of these books down here. At the Knights Hall in Livonia, Farmington Road in Livonia, and the next one is going to be July 27th. And they got them 27th, August 24th, September 14th, October 12th, and December 7th. And then there's also the Dawn of the Collector show coming up, and that is going to be, the next one's going to be on August 3rd, and then there's September 21st and then October 5th for the Dawn of the Collector shows. And then, of course, there's this, I don't know, this is the Gem City Comic Convention in Dayton, Ohio. And that's July 19th and 20th. $10 to get in for both days. Sunday only $5. I don't know how that works. What would Saturday be? But that's at the University of Dayton Marriott. And I think they have a special. If you buy tickets, you can go I think they have a special deal on rooms if you have tickets for the convention. That's at gemcitycomiccon.com for reservation information. And then, of course, the Warren Elks comic book show is coming up. Marty Herchuk's next show, which is at the Macomb Elks Lodge. I think that's on Shaner Road, 10 o'clock in the morning till 3:30 in the afternoon. $5 to get in. They usually do giveaways every hour, and it's always a good show. He's going to have some great stuff there. And of course, you always got to make sure you remember to save the date for the Motor City Comic Con, which I think this year is November 14th through the 16th. And for me, what they call firearm deer season for the deer, is the 15th of November. So I'll probably be up there for that. So I might not make it to the Motor City Comic Con. They got a bunch of good people showing up. And I think that's all I have right now for upcoming shows. There's usually shows almost every weekend somewhere. So, what else did I have here? Well, I did get this little mail call thing. Came in from the Motor City Comic Con. When I bought my 3-day pass, the wristbands, I ordered online, and you can order. I ordered these magnets. I got 2 of them. But I got this magnet. I'll get a shot of it so you can see it better. They're pretty cool though. They got like a silver lining. They got the MC3 logo. They're shiny. If I can stick it somewhere. Anyway, those are those. I got those in. And what else was I going to show you? Oh, before we get started with this, I think we ought to do another dad joke, because I still got a bunch of cards left. I'm going to pull a totally embarrassing dad joke card off the top of the totally embarrassing dad joke deck my wife got me for Christmas a couple years ago. I'm through one deck. There are two small decks of these cards. They have 3 dad jokes on each one, and you just gotta love them. I haven't read them. I don't know them. So let's see what they say. What did Cheddar say to his date at the dance? You look sharp. Anyway, what kind of car What kind of car does a cat drive? A Ferrari. What is it? A Ferrari. Anyway, what do you call a frozen dog? A popsicle. All right, it may not have been good last week. It's probably better next week. All right. I'm just going to also remind you, subscribe to this channel. Go back to my last video that says "This is it" on it. Subscribe and like that video, and then leave a comment with the hashtag MCC300 and get in a contest to win one of these books. Now I'm going to do a random comment picker from my last video where I did the video and showed all the stuff that I it was, let's see, when was it? I forget what I showed. Oh, you know what? I think it was the stuff I had from Free Comic Book Day and some other stuff I got. So anyway, but go to my last video. Make sure you liked it. Make sure you're subscribed. Then leave a comment, or at least leave hashtag MCC300. My Comics Closet 300. But it's got to be MCC300. I'll do the random comic picker. That was the original book I was going to give away. It was what I call the adjectiveless Spider-Man 1. Todd McFarlane Spider-Man #1. And then that's Death of Inhumans #1. And they're all in 9/8. With, I guess they call that the design variant cover. This is Walking Dead #100, which is the first appearance of Negan. But this has got, it's like the foil cover. I think this is the foil cover. Yeah. Of Rick standing on top of like the pile of dead bodies. And if you look at the dead bodies, they're all the people that have died in the comic series. And this is Something Is Killing the Children. And this is #1, right? Or number 16, 18, 16, I believe. Anyway, Ginny Frizen cover, 9/8. And then this is Giant Dark Horse Presents Annual, number 56. Silverware Anniversary issue. I don't know what that means. Didn't notice that before. But I think it said it's the first alien in comics. I'm not sure. It's kind of an alien story anyway. Next Man, Sin City. So, and also then I have this Carnage, Black, White, and Blood, 9/8. This CBCS, and it's just a variant version. Oh, this is #3. Carnage #3, Black, White, and Blood. And then I have this What the #21, and that's also a CBCS 9/8, and it's got like Weapon X Wolverine on the cover with all kinds of utensils stuck in him, which is funny. He's got silverware here, and that's the silverware there. But anyway, and then these are all books from my sub collection of somebody in the cover being in the mouth of the beast. But we're going to go over that in my next video, because I got books I'm going to show from that, but it's just going to be too much for this one. But I already got them up there, and now I'm going to do this first. So, comment on this video. I'd appreciate it, but make sure you comment on my last video, and be subscribed and like if you want to be in the drawing. All right. When I also have a couple big boxes of stuff I ordered from BCW that I'm going to open up, a bunch of supplies. I got some boxes and some bags and boards, so like $300 worth. So we'll show that here after I show these books. So I got all these from Comics Corner, which is my LCS. I've been going there for like 30 years. It's in Rochester. Well, I go to the one in Rochester Hills on Auburn Road, and then there's also one in Fraser. I forget the road now. On Utica Road. Okay. So anyway, the first thing I grabbed there, I always do. Well, the first thing I got from there are these Marvel free previews, which has got a Thing cover, Marvel all-in-one Thing versus the Marvel Universe #1. They got the Thing looking pretty cool there. I wear my shirt today with the Thing on it, nice orange front, which I got from Kmart Comics. I'm pretty sure will be at the Warren show here coming up. He's usually at Marty's shows if he's able to make it. But anyway, this is a pretty cool looking cover on this. Thing fighting everybody, and then and then on the back is Predator kills the Marvel Universe. And I have that in this here. Then I also have this DC Connect, and these are all, I think, the June issue. But you would order, if you go in here, you can go to your comic store and order the books that are coming out in August. This tells you all the stuff coming out in August. Now this has got Immortal Legend Batman on the cover. And I don't know what that's all about. Like Elseworlds, it says. I don't really do any DC much. Very little. So I don't have that. But I do have this to put in there. And I don't know what they have in the back of this. Let's see. Oh, High Volume Batman. Listen every Wednesday. A weekly podcast. Essential comic stories brought to you live as a weekly podcast. High Volume Batman. There's a little QR code. I'll get a picture of that so you can see it. Put this back over here. And then these, this is IDW monthly title catalog, June 2025. But I think it's got, you say still everything for August. I don't know, this says IDW June 2025 title pull list on the back. So it's got a whole bunch of stuff there. But this also says pre-previews of Valiant, Alien books, Comics and Entertainment, Top Shelf. So they must represent different. You got Teenage Turtle stuff, Teenage Mutant Turtle stuff, Blood and Honey, Godzilla, Sonic, Monster High, Little Pony. So if you're into any of that stuff, I had that. Oh, it's right here. So that in here, and it's got the Event Horizon cover. Dark Descent, Event Horizon. So that's all the preview books. You know, I picked those up. They're pretty cool. If you want to order stuff in advance, I usually don't, but I pick them up and sometimes look through them. And sometimes they have like a preview of something that actually becomes a little worth something. Got a lot of free previews and stuff like that. That's stuffed in boxes around here. But this is the stuff I picked up from the comic store on New Comic Book Day over the last 6 weeks, I believe. I was out of town on May, the week of the 14th, which was Wednesday New Comic Book Day. So I went the next week and I picked up 2 of them. Actually, I think I did shoot a quick video one morning, but I never did get it edited. I started editing it, something happened, I don't even remember now. But anyway, so now I've got these all, except for the very last week I just picked up, well, this is Friday the 13th. Now you think about it, Friday the 13th. So this is everything I picked up from May 14th to Friday the 13th, I guess. It's only 4 weeks. I think it's 5 weeks, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, Amazing Spider-Man number 3, which is, I'm not sure if that's the first one I picked up for the first week. I think I have 3 of these here. Then there's Amazing Spider-Man number 4. Of course, Amazing Spider-Man is my favorite, Marvel superhero. Has been since I was a kid. But I also love The Thing a lot. So you got the shirt, Hulk, Fantastic Four, of course, Wolverine. See, Wolverine I didn't discover till I started collecting later. But it kind of what got me back in when I saw him. Okay, and this is Amazing Spider-Man 5. It looks like he might be fighting the Hobgoblin there. So, and then this is All New Venom number 6. And All New Venom number 7. Looks like he's fighting, what was that, the Anti-Venom, I guess? And then we have Eddie Brock Carnage. Seems like it's kind of stuck in that bag, Bob. Some of these bags I put in there, the board were kind of tight in the bags, but they seem to fit. This one doesn't want to go all the way down. That board doesn't. There it goes a little bit, but I don't want to bend it. And I think I have another one of these, isn't it? Oh, no, this is Venom Original Sin, number 1. With can't remember his name now, the Pumpkinhead guy. Anyway, then we have Miles Morales Spider-Man number 33. It's a God War storyline. Looks like he's fighting somebody with a big axe there. Haven't read much Miles Morales. Peter Parker is my Spider-Man, but I don't have a problem with Miles Morales. I wish I would have kind of just kept him in the Ultimate Universe, but I'm not really reading a whole lot of it right now anyway. Anyway, this is Spider-Man and the Venomverse, or Spider-Verse, Venomverse, I guess. Number 1. So Spider-Man fighting Venom there. Kind of cool. And then this is Spider-Boy, number 19. Fighting, looks like they're fighting Mr. Negative. I thought he was supposed to come out in one of the Spider-Man movies. I'm not sure. Maybe upcoming. And then this is Predator versus Spider-Man number 2, which looks like he's after Mary Jane there. Not nice of the Predator. And then Predator versus Spider-Man. Oh, this is Predator versus Spider-Man number 1. I got him backwards there. And then this is Spider-Man Wolverine number 1. Doesn't want to fit. What's going on? There we go. So, pretty cool cover. Spider-Man and Wolverine together. This is Wolverine number 9. So you chop somebody's face open there as, that's not really Patch, is it? I forget what he called himself when he's in the cowboy hat thing. Anyway, and then there's this Laura Kinney Wolverine number 6, My So-Called Perfect Life, it says. So she's gone from X-23 to be the Wolverine now. Wolverette. What was it doing when it was like the future verse? Wolverina, something like that. And this is Laura Kinney Wolverine number 7, which I'm not sure who she's kissing there. Got an X-Man shirt on. Not been reading those either. Now I want to get caught up on these. This is Hellverine number 6. Hell Hulk will smash. Got the Hell Hulk. It kind of looks like a Marvel version of Hellboy. Got the horns that aren't broke off. Oh, and here, Hellverine number 7 with the target being Hell Hulk. The Hell Hulk. Oh, well. Got to come up with something new every once in a while. And then, oh, this is Deadpool Wolverine number 5. Dawn of the Executioners. Skulls cover. Skulls in the corner. A lot of people collect skull covers. And this is Deadpool 14. We're blowing everybody's brains out, but it looks like they had to censor it for your sensitive ears and eyes. And then Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe one last time, number 2. And he's fighting the Cap Wolf. I like werewolves. And I like Captain America. And I like Deadpool. Let's see who wins. And then this is The Avengers, number 26, Masters of Evil Part 2, which is part of the One World Under Doom storyline. Oops. Get it in there. She said. And this is The Immortal Thor, number 23. Even an immortal can die. And then Immortal Thor. Did I say 20, 26? So this one's 24. I'm missing one. I don't know how I did that. Oh no, that's 26. 23, then it's 24. Okay, I got them out of order. I didn't realize. I think one of them came in like, not just this last week, but the week before, and I just bagged those up and put them in here, and I got them out of order. Terrible. Anyway. And this is Sam Wilson, Captain America 5. Fighting the Red Hulk, it looks like. I can't really see who that is there with him, but. And then the Insurgent Iron Man, number 8. Black Widow's got him in a choker. And of course, that means I'm moving into the Avengers. This is West Coast Avengers. Number 7. Looks like what, War Machine and Wonder Man on the cover. I'm not sure who he's fighting there. It's got WM on his belt buckle. So anyway. And then I have this giant-sized X-Men number 1. And these are all in my pull box. These are all basically books that I have pulled and put in my box every week. This is Uncanny X-Men number 14. I tried to put them together in like categories by title or group, kind of, you know. And this is Uncanny X-Men number 15. What does that say? Oh, Dark Artery. And this is introducing the all-new X-Men number 16. So, all-new X-Men. I don't know what's up with that. And this is actually X-Men 17. So, those must be coming out like every couple weeks, right? There's no Uncanny or anything like that. And then there is, one more. Oh, Godzilla versus the X-Men, which I just watched. I think it was a 2014 Godzilla earlier today, where he was fighting the two big other monsters. I'd never seen it. I used to watch all the Godzilla movies when I was a kid, but it happened to be on, I think it was on Prime Video, I believe. I've got Prime. And I just happened to turn it on, and I wanted to see what it looked like, and, you know, it was all right. It got a little boring at the end. I might have nodded out a bit. But anyway, this is fantastic. Oh, this is fantastic. 1, number 32. Looks like, I don't know if it's Nathan Richards. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Thing's over there, though. I love the Thing covers. Oh, and then I got this Fantastic Four Fanfare, which I have a lot of the Marvel Fanfare books, and I don't have all of them, but I think I have quite a few of them. Some of the cooler covers I grab up. They have some cool covers on them. Okay, and then this is One World Under Doom, since I'm in the Fantastic Four universe now, number 4. She must be battling Dormammu. I'm not sure. And then here's the world's greatest clobbering magazine, The Thing, number 1, with a great Thing cover coming at you there. He always, I like the Thing too, because he always had like the tragic storyline and the way they built with Peter Parker. You know, everything went wrong. Everybody else in the Fantastic Four looked normal, except for him. But anyway, this is The Incredible Hulk, number 25. We're fighting Thor on the cover. And then Hulk and Doctor Strange, number 1, plus Aunt May and Agatha Harkness. Down there. These are the Hulk ones, whatever I got from Hulk here. Well, that was it, because then I have this Moon Knight, number 8, Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu. Cut down just size by the carver. Looks like she's got her blade buried pretty well into his Moon Knight belly. When I grabbed this off of the rack, because I was getting some of these with the poly bag wrapped for appropriate audiences, but Werewolf by Night, number 10, and I saw there was another one, but I didn't grab it yet. Might look for them at the show. And then I have this Ghost Rider versus Galactus, number 1. Ghost Rider's got Galactus in a chokehold with his chain there. I think this is same book, just that may be the variant cover there. Yeah, I think it says variant cover there. Ghost Rider versus Galactus #1. So I got both of those. I always like Ghost Rider also. I think he's a great visual character, a real dramatic looking stuff they can do with him, you know. And fighting Galactus, I don't know how that works, but he is a demon or possessed by a demon, so he can maybe change. Get stronger, I don't know. And now I got this, which I picked up, is Imperial #1. Which I looked at the beginning of that, and it's got Hulk as the World Breaker, and She-Hulk as, I think they said call her Lawbringer. And Amadeus Cho was, I forget his new name now. I know he was the Totally Awesome Hulk or something like that. But anyway, so that's all the stuff that was in my pull box. Excuse me. That's all the stuff that was in my pull box over the last, I guess, like 5 weeks. So I still got some stuff over there. But here, this stuff here is all, yeah. That's all the stuff that was Marvel in my pull box. Okay, let me try that again. That was all the stuff that was in my pull box that's Marvel comics. That's mostly what I get. But I also get a few Image books, mostly the Spawn universe and Savage Dragon. This is the Scorched #40. And then I think I got another one, the Scorched #41, which is a pretty cool looking cover there. Not sure who's drawing them now. It was Capullo, I think. Does it say here? Layman, maybe? Anyway, this is Spawn #364, Hell Hath Arisen. I do have the whole series of Spawn. And Medieval Spawn here, #2. This is a pretty bloody looking cover. They used to not be able to do that, right? Couldn't put any real blood and guts on the covers of a kid's book. And then this is the Gunslinger #43 with a pretty yellow cover, right, Neil? And then Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger #6. At least say Palmiotti, at least on this one. Anyway. And then this is King Spawn #45 with clown on the cover. And this is a Spawn Universe title called Black Ritual Book of Nyx. This is #2. And that's all the Spawn stuff. And then I have these Walking Dead Deluxe, #113, which I have all those. I got all the Walking Dead. Well, I got most of the Walking Dead. I think I started in the teens. I think like one of the first or second issues I have is first Michonne. But I have collected editions showing the first ones. I did have a Walking Dead one at one time, back in, I don't know when it was, just before the show came out. And I sold it at the time on eBay for like $365. All right, but this is Walking Dead 114, where he must have met the king with his tiger by that point. I mean, they're just reprints of the original Walking Dead. Just, they're in color in these books. Because I got this one out of order, which is Walking Dead 112. That's where he kills Spencer. That's a pretty gory cover, too. He gutted Spencer up by the pool table. Same, pretty much similar as he did in the show. Oh, and then I grabbed this off. They have this sitting up by the cash register. But it's Rob Liefeld's Youngblood Deluxe, #1, right? I've got all the Youngblood stuff from back in the whatever it was, 90s there. That's just all right. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I picked up from Comics Corner. It was in my pull box, I don't know, for the last 4 or 5 weeks. But now, let's see what we got from the Reader Rack. And first thing, one of my favorites is American Mythology Productions, Return of the Living Dead, #4. And just, you know, scrawny, nasty looking zombie sitting there eating brains. And then an EC book, #11, Epitaphs from the Abyss. Which I think is an anthology horror type book. Haven't really read much of that either. And I got this, Mad Cave Comics. I just thought this was kind of a cool looking cover. Vanishing Point #1. Oh, I can get this in a bag and board. Maybe when I put those over there. So when you get the books off of the discerning reader rack or anything off the rack, it's already in a book bag. They're not boarded. But this is a Dark Horse book, which is called Huck, Big Bad World #1. It's a Mark Millar and Raphael Albuquerque book, which I know Raphael Albuquerque drew some of the variant covers for Berserker. Some cool covers. And this is a Dark Horse book, A True Weird Story. I don't know what that means. Let This One Be the Devil. Oh, I know. It's got the moon and like a spotlight up there. It looks like a dragonfly in front of it. And it's, Tinian. What's his name? James Tinian the Fourth or whatever. But it just, I also like dragon stuff. Cool looking dragons. I always liked. Well, I read The Hobbit when I was a kid. Excuse me, and that's one of my favorite, like, Lord of the Rings movies is Desolation of the Smaug. Really cool movie if you like dragons. And then this is another Dark Horse book called Into the Unbeing #4. They have some very strange covers on them. And then another Dark Horse book called Lady Baltimore, The Daughters of Medusa, 1 of 2. Oh, and this is a Mike Mignola drawn book. Christopher Golden. But yeah, lady on the front with blonde snakes for hair, it looks like. And then I have this Blood and Thunder, #1. It's got a red-haired girl with a big old gun. I think I have another one of those, right? I don't know. Oh, you know what? I did have 2 of those. I think I left it over there. I don't know how I ended up grabbing another one. Probably forgot I got it. And then this is called The Case of Shirley Jones. This is an image book, #1. And I actually have another one of those that I grabbed. I don't know why. I noticed I had it the other day. When I was sorting these out, I have 2 of each of these. So maybe I'll sell one of those. Okay, and then this is an Oni press called Dark Regards, #1. And that's right, it's got a guy on the front cover, like looks like he's in hell playing a guitar. Demons or ghouls or something are looking at him. And then this, I think, is another Mike Mignola book. It looks like Mike Mignola cover. But it's an image book, giant size, Lost Fantasy #1. And then another image book called Moonshine Bigfoot, #2. After Hildebrandt, the cover is. But it's got a Halligan blonde, looks like he's got a bubble gun, crazy looking dog, and a Bigfoot. So I wanted to read a Bigfoot comic. Oh, and then this is Mark Spears' Monster. I guess that's Keen Spot Books. Mark Spears' Monsters #5 with a werewolf cover. I think I have a couple other. I know I picked up the Mark Spears Monsters on Free Comic Book Day. I think I have a couple of the other Mark Spears Monsters. And this is a Mad Cave comic called Endless Night. And this is Endless Night #1. So that's everything I had here that I picked up over the last 5 or 6 weeks. But now we'll move on to these books that I picked up this last Wednesday. So anyway, I'm going to slip these in carefully, and I'll have to bag and board them up afterwards. I meant to bag these up too, and I forgot. But I did grab, if this was in my box, I might have just grabbed this. But it's Marvel Rivals Ignite #1. We're back to books in my pull box again. And then I have this One World Under Doom #5. I'm just going to slip them in here so I can bag them up afterwards. Then I have this Giant Size The Amazing Spider-Man #1, with Spider-Man way in the back, and The Thing's very prominent on that cover. And then I have Spider-Girl #1. And of course we have Eddie Brock Carnage #1. Oh no, is it #1? #5. Because I know we had some other ones in there. Stuff's falling over on me. A little lean. Another one of my favorite characters. I remember reading a lot when I was a kid. Death of the Silver Surfer #1. And then Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe one last time. And Deadpool looks like he's hulked out. He's blue though, fighting the Red Hulk, it looks like. And then Giant Size X-Men 50th anniversary, that's what it is. Giant Size Dark Phoenix Saga #1. Got Deadpool Wolverine versus Nick Fury #6. And it says plus the truth about strife. So those are all the Marvel books I got in my pull box this last week. What did I say it was? The must have been the 11th, right? Today's the 13th. Must have been the 11th of June. But I have this Spawn 365. So you could read a Spawn book every day of the year. Which that's 365. Hell hath risen, it says. And then we have the King Spawn #46. And that's all the Image stuff I have there. And then I have this Something is Killing the Children #42, which is another James Tynion IV written book. I'm not sure who does the art on that anymore. I'm shadowing out my stuff. And then I did grab a couple things from the Discerning Reader Rack, which is this. I think I got this on Free Comic Book Day also. But this is an EC book called Blood Type #1, which which I assume are vampires. But, and then there's a couple of books here that I think the number 2 was the one that was this week, but I must have missed it. But I grabbed this one with it. Free Planet, number 1. And then there was, the one I grabbed this week was actually the new one this week, is Free Planet number 2. I grabbed both of those. They got some cool looking covers. Both image books. So that's pretty much everything I picked up from Comics Corner during the new comic book days up to this point from like the middle of May. So I went to the Knights Hall show on Sunday, last Sunday, and I did grab some books. I got a little bit of video of the show. It was a good show. I actually did win something at the end in the raffle. It was, I think, the 2 o'clock raffle. They do a raffle like every hour, starting at like 11. It starts at 10. But anyway, I'm going to do some video showing that here. I may try to shoot it after this, depending on how much of this I can get put together. But I did also, I'm going to move this stuff out of the way. I'm going to get these boxes and show the stuff I bought from BCW. So, we will be right back.
How was they doing?
Now I'm going to show, I ordered a bunch of stuff. I don't like ordering all this stuff through Amazon, especially if you're going to order BCW, because you can get it direct from the manufacturer. But what I did was I went to Journo's Comics. I like to watch Journo's videos. I'm kind of behind on them, but he has a link usually in a lot of his videos. If you go to his bio, he has a link to go to BCW. So it takes you right to the website and you can place your order, which I believe it's, if you order over $50 worth, it's free shipping. And then when you get ready to check out, I think it's, you punch in like Journo or Journo's 10, I'm not sure. But yeah, I ordered, it was like $300 and something worth of stuff. But when I put in Journo's code, 10% off, I got like 30 bucks off. So it all together came out to $289.75, it looks like. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items. And this box here, I don't know if you can see it there, but it's big. It's heavy, but there's a good reason why. Let me get this over here so I don't chop my leg. Get this box open really quick. We'll pull stuff out of here. All right, so I don't know if that's all that's in here. I guess that may be all that's in here. This box, oh, it's heavy. Pretty good sized box. Oh, this is backer boards. 1,000 backer boards. Because I got a lot of rebagging to do. Bagging and boarding to do. So that's all that's in this book. That's all that's in this box are the backer boards. So let me set it out of the way because it is heavy. Over here out of the way. Right there. Hi. All right. So now we pop this one open because this must have everything else. I don't know. You can probably see it's my head. But I'm gonna get this open. So I can show you. Without chopping my leg off. All right. Whoa! I'm losing it. Kind of jammed in here. All right. So. Big old box. Little rare packaging. All right, so I bought these, which are BCW regular or Silver Age 2mm Mylar, comic book archives, 50 bags, museum quality, but they're Mylars, nice Mylars, which I like to use them when I put stuff in top loaders. I put the books in with the flap at the bottom, fold it over, and then I insert the flap into the book, and then I use like a card or something to push the flap in straight, and then I put them in the top loaders. That way you can see both sides of the books through the top loaders, and I don't know, I like them that way. And then I did buy these, which are comic pages for binders, like a 3-wing binder. So I have a bunch of binders. Well, I have a bunch of binders of cards like from the 90s, you know, Marvel cards, and I think I have some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards. I got a bunch of stuff. But I have a lot of my books in these pages in binders, you know, in different collections. So I bought these, and then I also bought bubble wrap, some binders to put them in, which say comic book album right on them. So I grabbed 3 of these. You got the big rings in them and everything. 3-inch comic book album, it says, black. I got 3 of those. And then I got these. Now I can open these up. Fall off my chair. And this weird bar stool chair back here. But I'm going to be changing it up here, hopefully, pretty soon. I'm going to try to get me a new set built. I may be moving out of here someplace and try to get me someplace set up. I need someplace better to sort my books. I can't get anything sorted down here. I don't have room. So there might be big changes coming up in my comic closet. Stay tuned. We'll let you know. I'm going to try to make it better. But anyway, I bought these, which I think are, I bought 500 of them. Silver Age comic book bags. Oh no, this is 1,000 bags. I bought 1,000 bags to go with 1,000 boards. And they are the BCW Silver Age for thick comics, 100 bags, 2mm propylene. That's what I have most of my normal books in. I also got 2 of these, the big graded size comic book bins. These are the graded size, right? This shows regular comics in them. Did I get the wrong ones? Either way, I still need comic book bins. Now, these don't say graded size, so I think I made a mistake there. But anyway, they're still cool things. I have a bunch of these. I bought a blue one, and I bought a yellow one. And I saw somebody that took like the blue and the yellow, and then they put them together half and half. And so the blue and yellow were Wolverine colors, right? But anyway, into those, thought I had bought graded comics. I guess I got regular comic book. But anyway, they were $32.39 each. I don't know, I guess that's 10% off. But anyways, that's everything I got there from BCW. I think that's about it of everything I have. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you comment on my last video. When it says, there it is. If you want to get out on a drawing, win your choice of one of these 7 books on top. And stay tuned for my next video where I explain all these books on the bottom. So, keep trying to get out to those comic shows. I hope to see you out there. If you see me, give me a holler. And keep coming back here to my comics closet where we bring comics and comic collecting right out of the closet. So, thank you.